Hello everybody, Black Sentinel here. We're playing some more Danganronpa today. We last left off uh people being attacked. Celeste was attacked. Hifumi got knocked unconscious. I mean, there's chaos happening right now. So I'm not even gonna waste too much time. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into here. If you haven't seen what's going on, you should have watched the last episode. Okay, he was in the nurse's office. So what happened to Hifumi? We stormed in the nurse's office, and what greeted us was world of dripping crimson. Whoa. Everything was covered in red. That's pink, but sure. Oh my god. And the center of all this red was Hifumi.
No! What the?
It looks like something very bad has happened. No dip, Sherlock. Come on. Okay, very bad. Yeah, something very bad has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way!
Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he?
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the? That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means Hifumi, someone really killed him. One of us. One of us. And look at that. When Celeste said that, she pointed to something. Something on the floor. Something that had been on the floor after the last 2 surprise attacks. The hammer! Another hammer. Number 3. And it's even bigger than the other 2. Just as I suspected, one strike from that, you are finished. Then the killer... There can be no doubt the suspicious individual, going by what Hifumi called him, the culprit must be Robo-Justice. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall? So how did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, like, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now, we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then...
Then shall we go? Hina, snap out of it. Huh? Are you okay, Hina?
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay, then I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but I still hadn't stopped trembling from what I had just been through. Everyone else is already on the 3rd floor. I have to hurry. This is where everyone was chasing after a suspicious individual. Where was he headed? Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather intense screaming. That intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared. He ran off, going further down the hallway, way into the back of the hallway? There's nothing down there other than the physics lab, I believe. It'd be in here, right? As far as I can tell, there's nobody here, but still, I feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. This presence. Is it coming from over there in the back? Okay, they're in here. I leapt through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me. And Taka, there in a pool of his own blood, was Taka, dead.
Danganronpa.
Hifumi's body discovered in the nurse's office, as well as Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to two nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. But still. Why is this happening? So they wouldn't have even known. The announcement went off and they saw this body. They probably thought it was them that found one. Hell, it probably was them that found it. Oh no. And yet Kyoko, this makes it look bad for Kyoko. Don't tell me this says number 4, because that's a giant hammer. Another hammer. Oh. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too? Well, she's obviously passed out. Toko? Don't tell me. Toko too? No, she's just passed out. Relax, she just passed out when she saw blood. Yeah. The blood? Oh, that's right. When Toko is, Toko, she has the fear of blood, huh? We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone for now. Yeah, she'll turn into a genocide. I almost said suicide. Genocide Jill. But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, and then Yufumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2, but this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3? What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Yufumi's dead too. What?
Hey!
Yufumi's been killed? Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course. Come on. Oh, God. So that's 2 down. We went from 10 students to 8 students. So, Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard Yufumi is dead, right? Well, that's not all. It is gone. Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Yufumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did
What are
you
you
say?
talking about? It's disappeared. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here? Everyone, back to the nurse's office. No, but what if Taka's body disappears? I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. What? I couldn't believe my eyes. Yufumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. What happened? They were both in this room. It just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back,
Indeed.
this must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys did.
What did
Don't
you say?
believe this. Wow, it's got even Byakuya caught off guard. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Huh?
But hold on, what do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be.
No!
Hina.
Hina, calm down. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. All of us. They're going to kill all of us. Then who might be the next who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot she's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious?
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting. Right now we need to hurry back.
Huh?
We need to hurry back. I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, headed back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Oh, okay. She's fine. Toko. Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed Taka's missing too. There was something very different here. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right here, had disappeared.
This is...
Even Byakuya is confused. That's how you know something's wrong. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not no hallucination. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that. Huh? Yeah, there's a rule about it. You can only kill... I think it's only 2 people. Oh, shoot. I didn't even read that. Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well...
When Infumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
It is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now, this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Ifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? That's not it at all.
That's fine.
You know what it is? Oh, I'm trying. I was holding back a sneeze. I was about to sneeze. Oh, wait. So there's the rule. Hang on. Regulations. Because there's the regulation that states you can only kill 2 students. Yeah, you may only kill a maximum of 2 people during a single killing game. The guilty party. Oh. But it is very, very possible that both of these murders were done by 2 different people, which means there still could be like 1 kill each. If one of them wasn't the murderer. That's the other thing. One of them could have been the murderer of the other, and the murderer was killed by another murderer. And so there's still 1 more death that could happen. Oh, man. What is going on? That's assuming that the murderer was killed by another murderer and not there's 2 separate murderers still roaming around. Well, anyway, yes, I do. No, because you can't have 2 different murderers. There's only 1 murderer at a time, right? That's the other, like, regulation. I believe that was on 11? 10, 11. Guilty party may only kill. The guilty party is not exposed. Guilty party is exposed. Once a murder takes place, there's patient. No. Anyone kills exposed soon? No. 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 It doesn't say. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2
That's
people.
right.
As long as the rule is in place, there will not be a third murder. If they were to break that rule, I'd mince ya. Mince ya without a second thought. Mince ya, grind ya, turn ya into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish like shrimp or crabs? What? Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? which means you knew Toko is never in danger. I still meant it when I said we may bear off without it, though.
In other words,
Okay, that was kind of funny. Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the two missing bodies. The two missing bodies. Two people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it is Hiro. But is he really the killer? What about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
what?
Hey Makoto, what's the matter, huh? Oh no, it's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then.
Very well, then let's split up and begin searching. But there's no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
I mean,
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but if you're still nervous, I'll come with you. Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the two missing bodies. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I guess start from the third floor down. So, art class first. I mean, it's right here. Nothing in here. Huh? The door must be locked. Okay, nothing in here. Not gonna bother talking to them. It's not gonna prove fruitful. I mean, we're all looking for the same freaking thing. That was just the physics sensor down there. Whoa, what was that? Oh, there was like a weird camera sigil on the top left. Under the sunshine thing. Rec room. This is where Celeste was, so. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. Let's get out of here then. That's the rec room. That's the stairs. I doubt there's going to be anything in the classrooms, but it's not called a full sweep without checking. God, there's just so much chaos here. I keep hitting escape as if that's going to actually kick me out of the room. It's not. Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean?
indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository. Where I told Hina and Sakura, we'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository. Do I know where the repository is? Art room. So it's that room I couldn't even get into. You're kidding. I was... That's called bull. Are the bodies here somewhere? Rattle, rattle. Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. No, it wasn't. That's bull. You can't do that to me, game. Then I have no choice but to go inside. I was right. It didn't even let me go in, so I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Two bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. Then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Jeez. And so here we are. Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting.
Now make sure to investigate with all of your mental might and prepare for the class trial. Okay, see you later. Well then, now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful. Ina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Ifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. Tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. This isn't a movie. This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return, just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends?
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we crack down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. Okay. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened in the Monokuma file could. Anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko? Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Fumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
That's true.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey!
Sorry, I can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in the murder.
Phew!
Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
And we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this type of trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now, it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened, and an accomplice wouldn't benefit. I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true then. Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hero is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue the further information.
So,
Oh, I noticed on the wall, hammers are missing. There's a bunch of different hammers in different sizes. You know, don't you think we should consider someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. What? I'm a fiend? I'm offended. You, when did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. He's so upset. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Fumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Fumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, we should post a guard by the bodies like before. We can't have them disappearing again.
so then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
it's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. The whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Yeah, so all these hammers are missing. There are hammers in all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as models? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone washed it recently? Spotless hammer. Okay. Strange. Well, let me get people's accounts real quick. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's
So
name.
in other words,
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see? I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere. And that is that. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, Why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is why they bother killing 2 people? What? Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone, get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. By killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out. Hold on. Perhaps I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with that attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. The serious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? So I got nothing useful out of him. So I talked to him. There are too many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Do you like my help? No. Let me see if AoE has anything.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Ifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up and looked around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. We came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. Hey! We couldn't get inside. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way anyone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? Why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked and the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in here and there. So I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. But let me investigate the bodies real quick. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Moon Kupa, he died from a blow to the head. Justice number 4, hammer number 4, near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't have been any blood left while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the truth bullets list. Okay. Ifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the 1st floor to the 3rd, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Fumi himself. Also, if I remember correctly, Fumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was lying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Nothing about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body now. That's right, glasses. Yeah. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. I think he moved himself here, but now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? Who would do that? Why? Only he would. He needs to see. Huh. Let me see if Sakura can help me. Yeah. Would you like my help? Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's back on some things. This morning, only 4 of us met up in the... Oh, she just means give her account of things. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We're in the dining hall. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go looking for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. Then quickly got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we found her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It had also become clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Ifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed his search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Yeah. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the second floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the third floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the third floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened.
However,
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Fumi's body had disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
however,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine. Okay, so that didn't really help me all that much. Okay, that's about all. Oh, this cart here. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this an equipment room when we found Taka's body? Oh, I don't even remember seeing that. Okay. And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Okay. Let me go ahead. There's only one way in and out of this room. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There was definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see a way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. The door was designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that certain someone... There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check elsewhere. There's some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Ifumi was found, and then the equipment room where Taka was found. Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. I didn't expect to see a clue on the door, but I'm glad we looked at it. So let me hit up the equipment room. Wonder where Byakuya went. No, I wonder if he like thought he saw. Well, he probably did solve the puzzle within his own head. Over here. As long as the blood stain's still here. Yeah, because I remember the tracks being here. I do remember this. There's some kind of mark going through the puddle of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. That blood had come from here? Could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Okay. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Unless he walked himself up there. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Make sure I don't need this. Just Hammer 4, the weapon is killed Taka, the body was moved, and the murder weapon is left here. Okay. Oh, there's some more tarp. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen some before, and just recently too. Thanks. Don't leave. Need to verify that, check everything. Oh, it was a camera. Okay. Yep, we can leave here. Go straight to the nurse's office then. I'm still curious why we have not seen Hiro or Kyoko at all. We haven't seen Kyoko since she left us, and we haven't seen Hiro at all. And I'm actually worried that he's actually dead right now. Because we're investigating this. We're not investigating his murder. We're investigating these two. Was there anything on the 2nd floor that... The library? Let me go check back in here. This is where we first found Hifumi. The hammer's gone. Can I not look in... Wow, I can't even mark the fact that the hammer's gone. Okay, never mind then. Well, let me go in here just to, you know, clear out the library. Where's Hammer 2? That's strange. The other hammers... Well, I don't know about 3 yet. 4 was still there. 3 is probably still there. So it makes me wonder where in the world could... Oh, nurse's office here. And then, I guess, what was it? I think that was 2. Probably should head back to the rec room as well at some point. Just Hammer 3, the ones used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body, put the left one behind. Where are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. You could not have been gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or 2, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Yeah, I don't believe it. I keep hitting that button. I apologize. Oh, there's some more to look at. Anything in here? Refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire. Unless there was fake blood. Wait, could Hifumi possibly have faked being knocked out the first time around? Huh, it's just a normal trash can, huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glass cleaning cloth. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. but it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
huh?
Cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. I know. Yes, leave the area. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. In the dining hall. This is a note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an
It's
impression.
all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. That's a Hero's message. So he said go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? Good question. We're on the first floor, so that's the exit. There it is. Spare hotel. Go to Hero's room. Which one? Leon, Yasuhiro. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Okay, the music's still going, so it means it's nothing horrible. This is Hero's room. There's all kind of weird stuff in here. Where did he get it all from? Oh, the camera's glitching out. I see that out of the corner of my eye. More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Weird. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Is it still... Yeah, it's still glitching out. What's going on? Surveillance camera. There's no point in worrying about it right now. Weird. What is this? I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and some things made out of... It looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room? But wait, these blueprints, something about them bothers me. That's not his handwriting. If anything, that's probably Hifumi's. Okay, there's nothing else in here. That camera is bothering me. I can see it bugging out in the corner of my eye. Silently check the bathroom. Nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? The rest of his room's dirty, and I don't like it. Yeah, leave the area. Makoto, big news, big news. What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up, too. Robo Justice? It's Hero, wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. I think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, they're over there by the locker. Kyoko and... Phew, man. I just had the worst day. Hero? What's going on? There's a big locker near the pool. Well, let me see what Kyoko's.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looks like he was fast asleep, so I picked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't. Never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Oh, what if she took the laptop? She knows where it is. She might know where the laptop is, and she did it just that way no one could abuse it or anything. Huh. Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Well, I have no idea. One second I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well, I don't know what's up this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
it seems...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. Yeah, I think Hero is being framed right now. It took a few minutes because how else are you gonna get that suit off? But eventually we got off all the pieces. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly...
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on went around attacking
That's
everyone
terrible.
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, attacking blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
Can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
So that means he couldn't have dragged the dolly. There's no handle or anything. It was down on the ground. You had to pull it from the ground.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long. There's no way I can wear
Just
this.
a second.
See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hero's body exactly. But then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is it really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone tell me? Okay. Let me ask him.
What the heck?
If you don't mind telling me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I've figured out that somebody's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please.
I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
May as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego,
I'm at
right?
least
Which means
30%
Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate? Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so
I know.
then.
That note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. You might be on something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What? Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of me. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
I don't think Hiro did it, but he is not helping himself. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Here's your hero's account. Okay. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
The worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broken, that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to go look for the second suit in that note. Feet, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Kodo, do you have a sec? What? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping. Can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. You reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know? They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins. Again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository, and I guess we should head that way for now. Oh, come on. We're on the 3rd floor, so... Wait, are we on the 3rd floor? No, we're not. We're on the 2nd floor. That's the stairs down, stairs up. There we go. So we need to go to the art room, which is right there. Yeah, the class trial is bound to start soon. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka without hesitation and began poking and prodding the
I
bodies.
knew it.
Monokuma File was right, they were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. What you got to say?
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You
Hey.
did? You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? You did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. that would mean the watch is broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
Well, last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you, how long are you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 p.m., or 10 last night, it couldn't have broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Okay.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. It appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
Hey,
Is that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper? Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that
I
right?
wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Ifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Ifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper. Gotta say. So, did you find
Indeed.
anything? I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
that's right.
Ifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I could only assume he'd hidden it on purpose. You see, in his pants. Wait, so
Why
you...
is that?
It was just his pants, not like a sock or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, it better be important, Ifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Hey, this is the letter he was talking about. A note. I found a hole we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. That's the same thing Hiro said. When he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Yeah. Time is different, and the place. Hiro told us his note said to meet at 1 a.m. The note they wrote to Ifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on, just because Ifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it's been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would it have been clutching that? Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. Yeah.
hey,
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you don't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out my way to mention it. All it says is that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point however, where a handbook may play a role. Handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Oh boy. Don't tell me it's trial time.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. Okay. Well, I already know this is going to be one hell of a trial, so I'm going to save it for the next video. We found a lot of clues. There were a lot of clues. Ooh, that's, oh my goodness. So we lost Hifumi and Taka. Lots of questions. Hero, we finally found, apparently put into a suit. 'Cause I don't think it was him. I don't. I mean, the clasp on the back, and you can't even bend down in the suit. Like it's not adequate enough. They whoever the killer was, whoever tried to frame him, really screwed the pooch on that. There's too many negatives to make him a suspect, for me at least. Um, but found Kyoko, and she won't even tell us why she disappeared. I mean, there's just a lot of blank holes this time around. And who knows? I don't I wonder if it's the same killer or if it's two separate killers or it's a chain reaction of killers. It could have been like, Hifumi killed Taka and then Hifumi was killed by someone else. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And like we mentioned before, it the point of it is not to get caught. So why was there two murders? And I mean, Byakuya took that information with absolute glee, so who knows what that means. But all our questions should be answered in the trial, which you will see in the next video. So for now, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon as well, so that way you know when that class trial comes around on your feed, and then you can watch it then and there, or you can watch it later when you do have the time. But at least you'll be notified nonetheless. Uh, but otherwise, that'll be it for now. And I will see you guys in the class trial in the next video. Black Sentinel, logging out.